What is going on, guys? Johnny on the track back with another video. Did not expect to make a video this afternoon into evening here today, but I feel like I sort of had to based on a tweet that I have put out that now essentially has, by my standards, kind of gone viral. And it's in regards to the end of the NASCAR Cup Series race yesterday at Chicago involving the Cody Ware wreck that sort of, well, it did end the race, but most uh, likely should have brought out a caution based on what we saw after the race and how hard that impact was. There are a couple videos out there that have shown that impact that Cody Ware had basically 100 miles an hour straight into the tire barriers. It's a horrific wreck. If you haven't seen the video, you can basically just go on Twitter. It is everywhere. An incredible impact, straight on, head on. Thank goodness that Cody Ware rather is okay. Because I mean, you watch that video, and I mean, how he didn't have the wind knocked out of him. There's just a lot there, and a lot of questions I had. And so I put out a tweet that now has, at this point, 61,000 views and 1,300 likes. And I tweeted, according to Jeff Luck via the Teardown, I was listening to the Teardown last night after the race. NASCAR did not see the impact of Cody Ware into the tire barriers. They missed it. This sport has been around for 75 years, and you can't have designated officials for each turn/area of the track. Wow, be better. Now, couple things to kind of add into context of that tweet. That again, I put out late last night, 10:20 p.m. Eastern Standard, and I woke up and it had a lot of likes and a lot of engagement. There's a couple things post that. First of all, Bob Pockrass, Jeff Gluck, they've all came out and basically said, yeah, NASCAR missed this. NASCAR missed the impact of this wreck. So that has proven to be a fact. Now, the second part of my tweet where I say, and you can't have designated officials for each turn area of the track. That part is not 100% true. From videos, there was a flagger kind of waving his flag that there had been a wreck. So there was an official there, but clearly whoever was in the kind of base, the home base, watching all these monitors, and NASCAR put out a tweet Saturday showing you the setup of all the different camera angles. In that case, to miss this wreck in this impact, what are we doing? Are you doing your job? Are you watching what's going on? Does that flagger have a radio to basically radio in and say huge wreck, terrible wreck, like call the caution now? Because clearly that flagger saw that. But the word never made it to the NASCAR, truck, I guess, production area where they're kind of looking at all this stuff. And so NASCAR essentially waited, I want to say about 90 seconds before they finally end up throwing the caution. And the reason they did so is because Shane Van Gisbergen was, I don't know, give or take a quarter to a third done with the second to last lap of the race. And as we know, as soon as the leader, Shane Van Gisbergen, in that case, takes the white flag, this race would be official. This race would be over. So NASCAR basically kind of, I would assume, just saw, which is kind of what we just saw on TV. Oh, there's a car in the tire barriers. We'll wait, see if he gets refired. That happened last year, I think, to Noah Gragson, or maybe it was Jimmy Johnson, and that car pulled out, and back they go racing. So that's probably what they were thinking. With, in part, hey, we're so close to being done. Shane Van Gisbergen, just finish that lap, and then we'll throw the caution as soon as you hit the white flag. And that's what happened. And I don't think a ton of us, you know, looked much into it during the race. I think we were a little confused as we saw a car kind of head first in the tire barriers, not getting refired. Again, Shane Van Gisbergen going about his business. I heard that even he thought, holy crap, he saw like an area where there was some smoke where Ware was wrecking based on how the track is configured. And even he thought, oh, there's going to be a caution now. There wasn't. There was not a caution. Now, again, I don't think at the time fans, because what we had seen, the TNT broadcast only showed us a car in the tire barriers. So I think there were some probably mixed feelings. Hey, I get it, whatever. They just waited and then they finally threw the caution flag. But once we saw that impact post race of Cody Ware directly going in headfirst to those tire barriers, so many questions have to be asked, should be asked. And prior to that, NASCAR had another terrible, borderline, however you want to call it, call when Josh Berry got spun around in an awful spot. He's turned around trying to get the car refired. He can't. NASCAR let everybody go essentially a lap and a half and altered the strategy of this race. Guys like Reddick, Briscoe, I think Hamlin were able to get on pit road because NASCAR was slow to the wheel. They were slow to the flag to throw a caution. I was willing to give them the benefit of the doubt on that one, on that Josh Berry one earlier in the race, because I get it. He's turned around. He's in a bad spot, but I feel like a lot of these drivers is now just ingrained into their head to basically just act like you can't fire up the car. We'll get a caution. We'll stay on the lap. You can get into pit road, yada, 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 all that stuff. So I get them giving Barry time. I thought it was way too long, but I get the understanding there. Well, I got it at the time, post race. Now I'm like, you guys are all over the place. I'm probably talking a lot and talking fast. I'm just trying to get my like everything I can out. And I want you guys to put your thoughts in the comment section below because um, once we saw that impact post race of the video going around, you have to say to yourself and ask the question, like, what happened there? And now I get NASCAR has a lot to kind of juggle at that point in time. Do we really want another restart? That's one. Number two, weather on the way. How's that going to affect the race? Is it just rain? Maybe there's lightning coming. If we have to, like, wait to start this or restart them again, and there's lightning in the area. Do we just call the race at that point and it kind of just ends the same way, same outcome? I don't know. That was a part of this. Number three, just, Shane Van Gisbergen, yes, he's very close. Let's just let it go. There's a lot that I'm sure NASCAR in that instance is juggling. But the main thing that I feel like I need some answers for and have some questions around is how a guy, if you are safety first, NASCAR's always preached safety first, safety. If you are safety first and you see one of your drivers, a chartered driver, go head first, 100 miles an hour into those tire barriers, into that wall, you've got all this technology. Well, if you see that, how do you not call a caution? That's the first question. The second question is really a kind of, you can either put this on top of that or below this. With all these camera angles, you're claiming that you missed it. How did you miss it? Because the flag guys saw it, the fans in that area saw it. You have so many different camera angles. Every car has so many different cameras inside of it. Not one person saw Cody Ware go straight into the tire barriers. Not one person. I find that hard to believe. I can't believe that. It just doesn't. We need answers because that to me You are not putting safety first. You are not putting your drivers first. You are not putting the sport, the integrity of the sport first. You just want to get out of there. It's kind of what it seems like. You just want to get out of there. You just want it to be done. And I don't know. I don't know. That's what it looks like to me. I'm sure that's what it looks like to a lot of the fans. We want to know, like, are you lying? Did you see it and you just figured, let's just get this race over with? Um, or did you really, with all those camera angles, 75 years this sport's been around, adapting from camera to booth to broadcast, da, 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 da. You missed it? You missed it? You didn't see it? That's crazy to me. And that might speak to a bigger problem with the sport and how it's officiated in general. So that's my thoughts around this. Again, there's just, I feel like a lot that we as fans need to wrap our heads around. And again, I said a lot, I talked a lot, I maybe went around in circles, but the bottom line is I feel like what we as fans need answers for is one, did you actually miss it, or are you just trying to save face and like that's what you're saying? Or like two, did you like see it and kind of just neglect it and just figure we're almost to the end? And I think like they're both pretty terrible, to be honest. So yeah, lot there, I know, but want to know what you guys think. Put your thoughts in the comment section down below on this whole debacle. We as fans move past this stuff pretty quickly, so I'm sure, next week, the week after, we'll forget about this moment. But I do think it's a big moment in our sport right now and something that I wanted to talk about just based on the tweet that I put out and everything that I'm thinking in this sense. So, like I said, what are you guys thinking? Comment section below. If you're a fan of this video, give it a like. And of course, if you're enjoying this, hit that subscribe button down below. It goes a long way for the channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.